Okay, could you introduce yourself, please?
My name's Holly Lamors. I'm an ex-GB handball player, competed at the London 2012 Olympic Games, and now currently work for Greater Sport in Manchester.
I heard you were good enough to have played in Denmark. Do you miss not actually going and playing there?
Yeah, it's like a bit of a sore spot really. I played there for 6 years, learned how to play the game there properly. Thought that I'd have another 10 years there after the Olympics, and then sort of through my handball career I suffered quite a lot with back injuries. Suffered 3 stress fractures in my lower spine, and then went on to wear down the cartilage in my knee 6 months into my contract in Denmark. So decided 6 months after the Olympics that it was probably time for me to just give it a rest.
Do you intend to try and go back to Denmark and play?
I think that I've got a lot of work to do with my rehab and things like that, and obviously in England those things don't really come cheap. So I'd have to be really self-disciplined to make it back there. I would love to go back there at some point, but I've sort of prioritised a career and a future here at home.
How would you compare the game here with in Denmark?
We're in the UK or in England, we're at a development stage, so post-Olympic Games there was a massive influx of participation in the sport. The Olympics acted as sort of a catalyst for the game. Before that there was absolutely little to nothing handball activity, so it's grown massively, but again it's still at that development stage. In Denmark it's one of the #1 sports out there, and in most countries in Europe, so we're up against it really.
What are your thoughts about this particular match and handball in the league here in general?
The league here, we have, as you can imagine, the London teams. They're a lot stronger. They have a lot of foreign influence, which can only support the game, because we need players like that to sort of make the league competitive. If you look at our team, we're all young English players, players that have represented England at youth levels and things like that. So for us to come here and only lose by 2 or 3 goals is amazing. We set out at the beginning of the season to finish top 4. We finished 4th, so we've achieved everything we set out to do, and we're really proud of that.
How far away do you think English handball is from, say, Spain, for example?
It's a long way. I think for us to get to sort of that level, it needs to be part of the curriculum in schools. From then we need more clubs, and it needs to be on the TV. It needs to be put out in the media a lot more, which is what we suffer from. And with England being heavily influenced by football, cricket, rugby, it's quite tough.
Are you getting enough support, or do you think that sports authorities could do more for handball?
At grassroots level, we're getting a lot of support. There's been a lot of money put in to England handball through Sport England, which has been a massive help. At the higher end, there's not really much activity going on with the senior teams. It's sort of self-funded, because as you know, post 2012, a lot of the team sports didn't continue to have their funding, which, again, if we want to be top of that medals table, that's what had to be done.
Did the Olympics boost handball enough, or should they have done more to boost handball?
No, it's definitely boosted it. Again, it was on the TV, and that's pretty much all you need. 8,000 people in the stadium. Again, if you look at the participation of sport, it's increased massively, and that's really what we need.
Okay, anything else you'd like to add?
No, thanks for coming. Support handball as much as you can, and if you enjoyed that, then go and join a local club, or yeah.
Okay, thank you.